Chris and this is my flooding carburetor video. So we're right in the middle of the alternator video and the truck just decided to stop running. So we're going to kind of walk through the steps. Go ahead and get a spark plug tester and see if we're getting spark to this. You gap it accordingly, you ground it out, and when we crank it, you're going to see a little spark jump right there. So put the plug back on. I am noticing a drop of gas right here. So possibly we're flooding over, but I just went through that carburetor. I did not put new parts on it. But yeah, go buy one of these. They're super cheap and everybody that works on cars should have one. So the way you find out if you're flooding, just walk away from this thing for about 15 or 20 minutes. And we'll come back and try to start it. So it's clearly wet in there. So I'm gonna assume it's a flooding carburetor. So the gas tank was low, so I put more gas in it. We checked spark. We pulled 2 plugs on it and they do look wet. I did see a drop of gas come out from an unusual place on the carburetor. And if you look on the top, it does seem like there's gas where normally there should not be any gas. So basically the next step is just take the top of the carburetor off and you have to blow the needles and seats out and just make sure there's no trash in them. Let's do it. So we are about to blow the needles and seats out, but you know what I'm finding in this carburetor that's not even been sitting here that long? We got phase separation from the E10. Now I want you to look. That darker area, that's water that's actually sitting on the bottom of the carburetor. On this side too, and there's a little one up here, okay? So when I jiggle it, you're gonna notice it jiggles different. That is water. See the different jigglies? Look. Okay, this one. Okay. See if we can make it move. See how it jiggles different? That's water in the bottom of this carburetor. I think I'm honestly done with Edelbrock's for the rest of my life because by design, when phase separation occurs, the gas is lighter and floats on top, and the water sinks to the bottom. And this carburetor does all its pulling from the jets from the bottom. So that's why this truck won't even run right now. So all we're gonna do, we're gonna get a rag. I'm gonna try to get the gas right off where we can see the water jiggling at the bottom, just so you believe me. The E10 gas, go watch my ethanol problems video. It's a real thing, but especially in these Edelbrock's and carburetors. So all we're gonna do is just take a rag and try to soak it up like that until we can get closer to the water to see it. See it, the brown is jiggling different. Water literally in the bottom of this carburetor. So like I said, beware of the big mouths. The big mouths always try to tell you how much they know, and they try to tell you how much they're teaching you. People like me, I don't give a damn if I teach you anything. I'm just showing you what I know for the people out there that don't have anybody to call. They don't know where to look. I make these videos for people that are in desperate need. They're trying to fix their own projects. You get what I'm saying? So you can either learn from my videos, but that's why they're not entertaining. I don't need to put my face and blah, blah, blah about how much I know, you know, talk about how fast this truck is or all that bull crap. I just want to show you that there's water at the bottom of that carburetor and we can't get it started. And then I want to show you that we're going to clean that water out. We're going to add gas and this truck is going to start right back up. So 99.9% of the time when your carburetor is flooding, all you need to do is expose the needle on the seats, inspect it, and blow it out. And if you're having problems where the carburetor won't start, you're going to have to do like I do. Take it apart. We're going to get all the gas out, blow it all out with the air compressor, put it back together, and you watch. This thing is going to start up on the first try. So do one side at a time, inspect it. It looks perfectly fine. Okay, so you want to soak it up instead of just blowing it all over everything. Get anything that may blow out, you're going to proceed to just blow it out. Clean everything out, every passage. All right, so we got it back together. It took about 15 minutes to do it. Now, one of the things I've never done in my life, which is weird, is fill the bowls of a carburetor. I always just dump some gas in there and it'll immediately just pick up and fill the bowls. So let's do that right now. And it would also explain why we got this weird water vapor coming out of the exhaust. I've been noticing it all day. Now it is December in Houston, Texas, but it's like over 70 degrees out here. There's no reason for that, you know, to be appearing like that unless there's water in the system, or was, which there is. So it'll start to run better as it burns that water out of the cylinder bores. There's no telling how much is in there, but it's still blowing that vapor out. And notice how it's like coughing and spitting, because it's literally misfiring in those bores that are full of freaking water. Look, it's gone. Okay, so how do we fix this? How do we stop this? This is gonna sound very stupid, but I'm gonna start putting a freaking pillow or some blankets over that so the moisture from the atmosphere can't go in there, because that's what's happening. As dumb as it sounds. So you be careful who you listen to on the internet. It's so easy to be convinced by somebody that points and talks, okay? But we just did in real life. Truck wouldn't start for 20 minutes. I put gas in it, checked the spark, found water, literally found water. Absorbed it out with this, blew it all out. Truck instantly started up, blowing water vapor out of the freaking tailpipes. Now that may be exclusive to these Edelbrocks and Carters. Okay, different carburetors, they pull fuel from different points. This one, I think I'm literally done with Edelbrocks for the rest of my life, because this is just happening way too often. This truck has only been sitting here for like a month. So it's also going to matter where you live. We have 80% humidity right now in Houston, Texas. So you need to cover that up so the moisture in the air doesn't cause that to phase separate like it did. So I hate to rant, but it's very annoying when people that are getting into this watch my videos and they say, hey, you should go check out so-and-so's channel, you can learn so much. And I'm thinking, I know more than them. I know way more than them. It's annoying. I'm not trying to be arrogant. I just get really irritated about something that's so simple, that keeps so many people's cars sitting in the freaking yard or sitting in the garage. This thing wouldn't run, and I just made it run. There's nothing difficult about it. The only thing is you have to get off your butt and do it. We did it in 15 minutes. Let's start this thing up one more time, and let's see if it's still blowing vapor out the tailpipes. I got videos on this entire dually build, semi-conversion, everything. Go check them out. So whenever you hear that puff, it's misfiring. That's why I didn't put an X pipe in there, because you can isolate what side of the vehicle is giving problems. So I'm going to put a link to the ethanol problems video, in which the same thing occurred, but over 6 months. This one was only sitting here for, you know, weeks at a time. I actually start this truck up all the time. It really is weird that it did that quick. All right, so now we can get back to the troubleshooting an alternator video. Go check that out. I'm gonna have links to both in this video. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.